Nas,
Yeah.
who dropped an album the same year as you,
Right.
said that your album was album of the year.
That's crazy.
Did you already know this, I'm sure. You never heard that?
Nah.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Just off the fact, you know, it's Nas, you know.
Exactly.
You can hear the influence of my music. You can hear the influence of my storytelling. For somebody that elite player in this game for so many years, a veteran, as far as longevity, you know, and skill, that's an accomplishment just on words alone.
He was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I was in the studio with Nas, and we was talking about you, man, and he was like, yo, why did he do that? Like, why did he put out that song? Don't he know he's the one? He ain't gotta do that? So I'm on the phone getting defensive, like, what you mean? What you mean, why I do it? What, watch, you know what I mean? I'm getting mad defensive. I'm saying wild things that I ain't gonna say on camera, but I'm getting defensive, you know what I mean? Because they don't know what I had to go through. But I was hurt, really. On the inside, I was really hurt because I really idolized Nas, you know what I mean? Right. And that song let Nas down. And eventually, Workout became a monster record. It wouldn't leave radio. It was a smash, and I'm grateful for that song. But at the time, it was hurtful. So it was a way to I really vented on that song. So that's letting Nas down.
Are you the best?
No, I'm not. I stopped wishing to be the best. I stopped trying to be the best because the best is what you make it. I had a conversation with Nas maybe 6 months ago, and he used to tell me that, you know, after m.A.A.d, people was calling him the illest, and he just you know, after that, you know, after m.A.A.d dropped it, he just wanted to be the king of hip hop. He wanted to be #1, and he said, you know, as he got older and he got closer to 30, he kind of realized that, you know, he didn't want to be the best no more. He just was comfortable in his own skin and just doing him, and he wasn't, you know, hip hop was changing, and he, you know, didn't, you know, per se like the way it was going, so he had, you know, he could have changed and went with it, or he could have just did him, and he chose to do him. And so I thought that, you know, that I felt the same way he did, and I shared those sentiments. I don't want to be the best. I'm cool being me.
To do Nas's album, this person made Illmatic.
Facts.
People was bugged out because they was like, you didn't give him a better album than you gave yourself. And it's like, this man Nas is like one of my heroes.
Right.
He was one of my father figures.
Right.
Nas was he was my brother. He was my stylist from a distance.
Yeah.
Fresh cut. What would Nas wear? How would Nas cut his hair?
Yeah.
You know. And so when I had an opportunity to make music for him, I'm gonna give it everything I got. My grandfather used to say, if you were a janitor, be the best janitor that you can be.
Nas is amazing. He's from Queens. I mean, you know, Nas could be interesting, you know what I'm saying? But I think that people that like Nas, people that get with Nas is gonna get what they're like into the ink and the writing and the pen, and it's more about that. And I think that he should do that with an artist that people are focused on the pen game.
So you mean Nas and Jay-Z?
Something like that. I think that that's more realistic because I think people that like Nas like his pen game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a different type of thing. I think with me, I think the people that love Nas think about writing, poetry, they think about that. But I think the people that like me, they like rhythm, they like delivery, they like energy, they like vibes. It's a totally different thing. So, you know what I'm saying? But, although I would be open to it, but, you know, I'm just being honest, you know?
I was really surprised when I heard my brother Nas, and he's my brother, when he said that little shit. I mean, do you even understand? And I'm not trying to get into I'm just saying, like, where did that even come from?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's still putting out music because I love him. And I grew up on Nas. So to hear that, I'm like, damn. But also, damn. Like, I fucking love Nas. Thank fucking God. You know, he noticed me. I love Nas. So I don't give a shit. He can say whatever he wants. I really don't care. If I love you, I love you. I don't really give a damn about, you know what I mean? And, like, I made jokes about it, but other than that, like, it's never, like, you will never see me beef with Nas. He might want to beef with me, but you're not going to see me beef with Nas. You won't see me respond.
No way. You're not going to beef with Nas.
There no you can't. Nobody can.
I remember going to
I forget, like maybe Jack the Rapper or something, and that's all we was playing. That's it. When them 8 records came out, nothing else was playing. That was in heavy rotation. I got nothing but respect for Nas as a poet, for being consistent, for approaching things independently, for not ever feeling right about having to conform. Like, he would do it probably because he didn't know no better, meaning have a record deal, but it never felt right to him, and you could tell. You know what I'm saying? And he has that sustainable power. And I like the project he did with Ziggy Marley, and I liked how he discovered the business model as far as the festivals, but again, doing it on an independent level. I think he's an icon. You know, he's a legend. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's a rock star. All that. I give him nothing but props. He had beef with us. He even called my name in the beef, which I loved. You know, big shout out for that. You know, anytime you say my name, I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I respected his gangster. Like, he was the only person that got at Jay. That was the first chisel in our armor. Trust me, we didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did not like it over there. We did not like it. I couldn't speak to Jay for like 2 weeks. Like, I had to leave. Like, I was gone. I did not like that. You know what I mean? That's just the history of it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we were undefeated until then. So I got to give him props as a warrior. He's a rap warrior.
Right. So yeah, he gives me the phone, and I hear this raspy, like crazy chill voice on the other end, you know. And I'm knowing this is really Nas. So he says, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "I got this song." He's like, "It reminds me of, like, you know, If I Ruled the World, a song I did with Lauryn Hill like years ago. You know that song?" I'm like, "Of course I know that song. I love that song." And he says, "I want you to do ad-libs on over the song." And I said, "Of course, you know." So I did a couple versions, and he went with this one, and I was very excited. I love Nas. Super fan of his, actually. Just love how positive he is and the messages he conveys through his music.
It's a legendary rap song, man. Like, you know, I was breaking Nas, just his perspectives. You know, it's very good storytelling, but fresh-ass raps and still hard, so.
Yeah. Working with somebody like Nas, that make you that's got to inspire you to, like, really be like, look, I mean, obviously you're a beast, but with Nas, you got to be like, that's like working with Jay. That's working with a legend right there, you know?
No, hell yeah. That's definitely a legend. That's somebody who stood the test of time. Only a few players can do that. You know, you see people fall off. It's probably only been like, man, other than Jay-Z and Nas, who really been around that long, really, from that era?